Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, it is Dominican Republic tourist records once again for the month of March 2026. January, February, and March. Tourist records each month. That is great news for investors, business owners, tourism industry. Boom. Now, welcome to the SSN Nation. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here. You never know who needs this information or who does not need this information, because could be decisions to be made with regarding to investing, starting businesses, or just vacationing. Let's get into it. Go over to the Stop Struggling Now YouTube podcast channel page just to show you, once again, the subscribe button, the join button, community buttons are all there. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel, that would be join with the star. Let's get into the Dominican Republic numbers, shall we? Here is the number from last year, 819,976, and they beat that number by a wide margin for the month of March 2026. Here's the headline. March sets new record as Dominican Republic welcomes 1.3 million visitors. Now, I know what you're saying, but this includes cruise as well. And there's another cruise port being added, just so you know. And Disney has now coming back to the Dominican Republic. Here we go. Let's break it down, shall we? The first quarter of the year has 3.7 million visitors, according to Tourism Minister David Collado. Now, let's get into the other totals. 2.6 million of the 3.7 million visitors arrived by air, and more than 1.1 million by cruise ships, highlighting the sector's diversification. March alone set a new monthly record with 1.305866 visitors. That's 1,305,866 visitors, which includes 953,758 by air and 352,108 cruise passengers, marking strong growth across all major source markets despite global challenges. Those global challenges has something to do with this, because people have altered their flights that were going out to the EU, Middle East, or anywhere near there, and said, hold on, let me stay closer. That's fine. But here's the key metrics. United States led the main source of tourists with 45%, followed by Canada at 23%. That is 78% of tourists came from just two countries. The rest of the world is 22%. That's it. So, countries such as Argentina, Colombia, and several European nations, but they don't give the numbers. Punta Cana International Airport handled over half of all arrivals. They don't give a percentage, but Tourism Analytics, when it comes out there, they break it down by airports, by cities, and many other metrics that you can go find out about. So you can see the previous months at Tourism Analytics. I'll have a link down below, but you cannot see the month of March. They have not published it yet. All right. Hotel occupancy, I'm surprised at this level that it's only 86%. Hotel occupancy exceeded 86%, so I guess that's 86.7, 86.3. It's not 87, but the point is, with this many more passengers from the previous year, this is almost like 130,000 from the previous year. I expected this to be into the 90s, but nonetheless, 86% is great. For the first 3 months, we can always go back and look. For the first 3 months, hotel was around, I believe the first month was 88%. Okay, one of the months, February was 88%, and January was 84% for an average of 86.2%. So that means they're still going to have an average of 86%. Now, here's the key. What did we do in 2025 for hotel occupancy? We did 83%, 86%, and in the month of March, we did 81.6%. So once again, there is an increase from 2025 to 2026. But I expected this to be way larger since there was like over 130,000 more passengers. So we can start correlating some numbers from now on if you're a statistician. Now, with all that said, there's nothing more to add to this because, quite frankly, numbers speak for themselves. But are they the real numbers? We're going to find out how this goes. And once again, let me know what you think down below. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen. You got to figure out your investments no matter where they could come from. And this may be an opportunity for some. Others may say pass. But with all that said, make sure you stay safe out here because it's hard. It's real in the field. And with all that said, keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.